Hey, Facebook, YouTube. We are back again on the Ask Deek show. I think I'm having some issues with some technical effects, but that's fine. Okay, I'm live on all pages. That's really great. So, welcome to the show. As you know, this is part two of the same show which everyone wanted me to do for the second time. So, let's just give a couple of minutes for people to join on YouTube and Facebook, and then we were just going to go live and make it up from there, right? So, feel free to ask your questions in regards to love and anything and everything about love. So there was a lot of questions which I got yesterday, and I had to stop that show in quite 1 hour's time. So hopefully this will be also again 1 hour. I'm just keeping for 1 hour. If we don't answer these questions, obviously we will move to the next. Thank you, Mahalakshmi, for signing in. Zainab, thanks a lot for signing in. Selvaraj, thanks a lot for signing in. Let me just give me 1 second. Let me go live on Instagram, and for there also I can give an introduction. Hi, Instagram. Thanks a lot for being part of this show. We are back again on the Theme Deek show, and the theme today is love. Yesterday we did part one. This is part two. Many people wanted and had further questions on what love is all about. Feel free to ask about any kind of love or any type of love. Right? There is different forms of love: love for mother, love for father, love for friends, love for your own partner, love for that gap filling relationships which you have in your school life, in your college life, or whatever it is. All about love can be asked in this show. I don't want to go on details and take your time. Shoot on with your questions so I can start answering that in the best possible way. So go ahead, shoot in your questions. This is the Deek Parassini live show where I come and give the answers which you're looking for. What's happened to my background? Something is wrong with my background. Anyways, good. So whatever happens for the good. Okay, my live background pauses for a while and then it starts getting alive. So that's good. So yeah, so let me go and hi Ashmita, Zainab, I got your question. Instagram, feel free to ask any questions in the question section or in the Nikhil Sharma. Your question is not related to love. I want questions related to love. So the first question I got is from YouTube. Facebook, from Zainab. Zainab is asking this question. So my first question is how to balance different forms of love. Very good question. How to balance different forms of love. Now, when you say balance, when you say different forms of love, as I told previously, you have a mother's love, you have a father's love, you have all those various things. How do you balance it? Each relationship have a certain priority at every different time or every different situations. For example, when you wake up, think, for example, you're married. Most of the people are always curious about marriage when it comes to all this love. Think when you're getting, when you're married, right? So you wake up. First thing, what would you do? Which is the most important relationship? Obviously, your partner. So you maybe give a hug or say good morning, or what's the plan for today? What do you want to do? So your duty is over there. But then if you have a baby, if the baby cries first and wakes you all up, you won't go and hug your husband that time. You would actually give that time for the child, figure that out, make him to sleep, and then go into that relationship. So each relationship have a priority for that movement. For example, you're going out with your husband, let's say, for example, and then your parents is not feeling well, right? So where your love is most needed for a relationship, that is where you have to use that in the best possible way. The other thing you got to remember is that sometimes families, people tend to blame or tend to overuse your love. They misuse your love. They take you for granted. There you got to be careful. You don't get, like, for example, sometimes once you get married, your mother will say, oh, nowadays you don't have time for me. Before you had all this time. Now you got this husband and now you don't want me. It goes on and on. So that when that happens, you got to understand here is that is misusing or taking your love for granted. You have to know to differentiate that, because if you don't differentiate it, you give some extra love or extra time or extra care to that certain people, the other person is going to feel bad, and that is how more negativity comes in life. I hope, Zainab, I've answered to that question as to how you go to balance different relationships have a different commitment, different relationship have a different responsibility towards you. Understand that responsibility and keep doing your best. Sometimes the other party won't be satisfied with your best. It is their problem and not your problem. Make sure you know how to differentiate that. Make sure you know how to work on from that point. Most of the problems will be solved and the balance will start coming in. The other thing, what you got to do is sometimes parents won't understand. Sometimes husbands won't understand. Sometimes your in-laws won't understand. You have to have an open conversation. You have to have an open discussion, say the scenarios which you're going through, see how you can balance it further, and talk, sit together, have a discussion. This is a situation. This is what the situation. I know I can't give you this much of time because I have this commitment, which is much more important, but at the end beneficial for the family. What do you think? What do you suggest? Do you want to leave this or do you want me to do this? Sometimes when you start really working hard, parents will say, oh, nowadays you're only after working. You're only after going on from that. And they will start saying, oh, now you don't have time. I say, Mama, I'm making this thing or I'm doing this thing for you. You want me to stop all this and give this care and attention for you right now? I can do it, but I'm going to stop the job. Then don't tell me why you don't have a job. That's that open conversation. That's that open discussion. And when you start doing that, people will understand the value which you're giving. People understand the love which you're giving. People understand the care which you're giving. And that starts playing its game. I hope, Zainab, I've answered that question. It's really good. We went directly to questions. So Zainab's question is done. Zainab, if I didn't answer your question, feel free to counter it. Let me go and have a look from other questions on Instagram. Right, Suni Dirina. Oh, I hope I got pronounced it right. Sir, me and my partner are happy in relation for 5 years, but I'm worried about his job. Now, when you say Suni, are you married? When you say partner, I assume you're married. If you're not married, it is just you having a relationship with that person, and that is it. Until you don't get married, you can't tell that person that it's your partner. Partners only after you're married. You can officially say this person's my partner after you're officially married. So Suni, is it the husband you're talking about, or is it before marriage? If it is before marriage, you got to really deeply think as to what this future of this relationship. You yourself is saying you're worried about his job. And when my understanding is, looking at your small picture on my mobile, I don't think you're married. It's basically your boyfriend you're talking about, my assumption. If it's not true, feel free to correct me. But what I'm trying to say here is that what you need to do is, if there's no future, if there is no, if you're worried about this job, you have to really deep think. But at the end of the day, you can get married. And if this finance thing is not working out right, I'm telling you, that'll be the biggest block for your marriage at the end of the day. So make sure you get that right. If you're worried about it, find out what's the alternative. And my gut feeling is it's not your husband, it is your wannabe husband. That's what I believe in, right? So correct me if I'm wrong. So I hope I've answered that question. We can expect unconditional love from our lover, or is it asking more? Forget expecting love in return to the people who you love. Full stop. Don't expect any love from the other person. Your point is, when you take it forward, you give your best love and don't expect anything in return. That is true love. Many people ask me, what is true love? True love is you love a person without expecting anything in return. But still they are a part of you, because they being a part of you gives you so much of energy that you can rotate that love continuously onto that person, right? I hope I've answered the question. There's one question from Damanu. Why boys girls friendship are wrongly conveyed as love sometimes? Very good question. From Damu, why a boys and girls relationship are wrongly conveyed as love sometimes? Now, it's not wrongly conveyed. The past always proved it wrong, right? The past always proved it wrong. Past means your past experience, your past society's experience. So the problem is not that girls and boys, boys and girls friendship is wrong. The point is the society have seen a lot of girls and boys relationships crossing towards love, crossing towards that. That's their experience. It's the fault of people who get into love in the name of friendship, which conveys the wrong message. For example, if something wrong is happening in your place, right? For example, every family, right? The girl runs away with a guy, right? In the whole society, the girl runs away with a guy. Don't you think that if a girl goes and hooks up with a guy, their assumption will be they're going to run away from this relationship? For sure. So that's how it is made. It is the problem with people who have actually crossed this beautiful relationship of friendship and moving towards that love and then messing it up, which makes this wrong conveying of love. I hope I've answered that question in the best possible way, right? So Payal, that was a question. I saw it here and I saw it over here also. I hope why I've answered that, why a boy's relationship and girls' relationship is always considered as love. It's the past experiences of the society which makes them believe. If everyone is clean, if all friendship, girls and boys friendship, do you ever assume two boys being very close friends as love? No, because it doesn't happen, right? It happens somewhere around the world once in a while, but still it doesn't happen. So if it doesn't happen, how come when two boys are going together, can't the society consider that also as love? It's not, because the past experiences, you don't see generally boys and girls and guys hooking up and moving towards love, right? Now, for example, now when you have girls, boys, now you have all around the world, you have the gay community which is coming in, you have various, similar sex people falling in love. Once that number starts increasing, the society will say, oh, two boys, very close friends, are they in that relationship again? So the problem is not with the society or everyone. The problem is with the system which creates that everyone, which crosses their limit. I hope I've answered the question in the best possible way. Okay, that's it. Okay, tell me something about middle child love from family. When you say middle child, there is one senior, one middle, and one low. See, get this point very clear, that parents love all their children, right? Indirectly, they all love. Directly, they might not show. Directly, they have their own principles, so they might stay strict. But at the end of the day, if they have created you, they will also love you. Mothers, 90% will love you, right? 10% we don't know, right? So what you got to find out is that even though you're a middle child, stop expecting love from your family. You keep loving, you be the best daughter, you be the best daughter to your father, you be the best daughter to your mother, and that is all matters. Stop expecting love and stop tagging that you're the middle child or you're the higher child or you're the lower child. You are their children and they will love you or consider you in a certain way. It is their point of view and let them live with that point of view. My point is how to be a good student, good son, good daughter, and that's what my focus is. And if that is your focus, you have no point in comparing yourself. Stop comparing. Sometimes your parents might think that you are strong enough to stand on your own, so they might not give you that attention which they're giving to a younger. Maybe a young kid might have some health issues or have some various other problems. So your parents' attention and sympathy normally would go to that younger student. Doesn't mean that they don't love you, or doesn't they are committed, because obviously parents have their own tension. When you say middle child, there's three child. Taking care of three child is not an easy job. People think that my mother has to love me, my father has to care me. It's not easy, my friend. I'm struggling right now to figuring out my son. It's not easy. And you'll come to know of all this love when you have a child, when you work it from there, right? I hope I have answered that question. Raksha Jain, yes, it's yesterday I was there, even today I'm there, and from now on, make sure you turn on, guys, turn on your post notification. If you turn on your post notification, you will get all my shows and answers as to when I'm doing my shows, what I'm going to do my shows. Because many people say that you miss my shows. You miss my show because you didn't turn on the post notification. So make sure you do it. Shiholic is asking me a question. We love someone truly. It means we are allowing them to use us. See, in love, no one is using anyone. You're just doing it because you love that person, and that love makes you keep doing it to the rest. See, whatever I'm doing, spreading positivity, I love doing it. I'm not ever thinking that you people are asking me this question and I'm being misused. I'm never ever thinking that whatever you people are asking, questioning, I'm doing my sessions, I'm doing everything, whatever I'm doing completely for free. I never ever think that you people are using me. I'm telling you, use me, because I love the concept of spreading positivity. When you start seeing from that point of view, that is loving what you're doing. That is loving the person who you love. I hope, Shiholic, I have answered that question. Adarsh, what's your question? Adarsh is in the question section. Okay, Adar's question. Oh, this is not a love question, Adarsh. Why does a boy from the middle class can't get the whole freedom? There's nothing to do with the middle class here. Middle class is the way of thinking. Get this point very clear. I shouldn't be answering this question now. This is purely talking about love. But then here you have this love of parents also revolving. That's the reason I picked to answer this question. I'll tell you one thing, Adarsh. When you say middle class family, you are staying with your parents. Who's paying for your rent? Who's paying for your college fees? Who's paying for the food? It's all your parents. So when it's all your parents, you have no right to get the whole freedom when they are sponsoring you. If you are within your family's cage, you have some kind of restrictions and you won't get the whole freedom. Go and stand on your own legs. Leave that home and stand on your own. I'm not saying to leave your family and go. But what I'm trying to say is that you can only talk about freedom when you don't depend on people. True freedom is when you stop depending on people. For me, I got my true freedom at the age of 18 in terms of that freedom which he is talking about. After the age of 18, I never took a penny from my dad or mom or anyone in my family. All my colleges, I paid it on my own. I've done my MBA, I've done my MSc, I've done my BSc, everything, I paid it on my own. So that is true freedom, and not the complete freedom of going outside whenever you want. The true freedom of a person is when you're not dependent on anyone. Are you dependent on your parents? Then don't talk about the whole freedom what you're talking about. I hope, Adarsh, I have answered that question. Now let me take some questions. You Instagram, hold on to ask your questions. Don't ask any questions. Let me take some questions on YouTube and Facebook, and then I will come back to Instagram again, right? So just pause your replies on Instagram. Don't mix it up because I will lose track of it, right? So next question from Akash. How do we know you are in love? Because it may be just an attraction, infatuation. Akash, I don't know if you read my article. There's a great article which I write about over attachment of two lovers, where I clearly differentiate what is love and what is attraction. In simple terms, first thing of love and infatuation has to do a lot to do with age. If you're matured enough to understand what is true love, then it is good enough. If you think that at the age of 18, you can figure out love when your mind is completely driven on making a career or making a name or making a life, I'm telling you 99% you would fall into attraction and infatuation. Infatuation is a natural process. Sometimes some people have crush on their teachers. Some people have crush on the actresses on the world. Sometimes you see a girl who matches these teachers or matches these celebrities, and you tend to believe that I have an attraction towards her. If it is physical, 99% is an attraction, infatuation. If it is loving the person who they are, and not filling any gap for each other, generally that is driven towards love. So it has to do a lot to do with age. What I tell people is that be someone first, then go after someone. When you be someone first, you have a certain energy and certain love energy which you create when you become someone. And then when it's time for you to get married or time to get into a relationship, that is when you got to look after for this love. That time you tend to attract that person into. You don't go in search of love. You become so worthwhile that the love comes in search of you. That is true finding of love. And when it is time, the love will come. The love will attract you in the right possible way. And that is when you go in search of love, you're going in search of some characteristics, some gap filling, some various other things, which works it out from that way. I hope Akash, okay. I hope Akash, I've answered the question. Next question on YouTube by Pavi Ranjan. How to understand the distinction between love and like? Is it possible to like that person if I don't love that person? Liking, in simple terms, is like you like a mobile, you like a color, but you're not ready to be a part of that mobile for the rest of your life, right? So that is simple way to distinction between love and like. You like everything. It is just a choice. When you say like, it is just a choice. I like this, or do you like that? Do you like red or do you like white? So, and that is based on your thought process, right? Like is always staying in your mind. Heart is always going to the heart. But very few people differentiate both this. Most of these infatuation, attraction, everything is sitting in the mind. Love sits in the heart. Some people say that I have this breakup and I still love this girl. I'll tell you something. If it's one-sided, it is attraction and not love. Love is always two-sided. Love is always completes each other. Love is always unconditional, where you don't expect anything, but you still keep doing it, where both benefit and both grows. I hope I've answered that question with that regards. Again, Zainab on Facebook. So I take YouTube, Facebook, then I'll come on Instagram. One more question on Facebook. No, two more questions Facebook, then I come back on Instagram. Yes, sir. Thank you. My next question is how to make someone trust in love again if the person has been cheated in love or divorced. How to make someone trust in love again if the person has been cheated in love or divorced. See, Zainab, we really don't know why a third person breaks up, right? There is a different reasoning behind it. Now the person have lost trust in love because they think right now they have been cheated. The problem here is that they're blaming the others and not them. Someone has cheated you, it is your fault and not anyone else. If you accept this part, then only you can leave and enter. Now, why you can't trust that back on love again? Because you still hold that grudge, you still hold that hate, you still hold that breakup, you still hold that cheat, you still hold that divorce into your heart. As long as you keep that in your heart, you can never come back on love. Love is pure, love stays pure, it is always in the heart and not in the mind. How to make them understand and trust back on love? Just leave them. If it time needed, they will come back. So it's some things you can't change. The point here is that you can talk to that person and find out what went wrong, what are those changes. See, this is a very third person point of view question. So that's my understanding, Zainab. I know you. So I think that's the third person's question. As long as I don't know what that third person is all about, I can't have a clear idea on that, right? I can only say answers to your question. If you ask me assumptions and third person's question, I can only give you a general point of view and not a complete answer. Rakshat Prasad on Facebook. How to trust the love? You just feel it, right? When you love someone, it's not. Now, first of all, before going to trust the love, right? I really don't know what your age is again. When you say trust the love, I always tell few things. Oh, battery is getting low. I always tell few things and few people who you have to trust, right? One is your mother, father. When you have your mother, father, trust your mother, father. Brother, sister, until marriage. Children's, until marriage. Wife, trust her unconditionally, or husband, trust her unconditionally, right? You just have to trust them because you know that you have the part of it. Trust it until they break it. That's it. When you say how to trust the love, I'm dead sure you're not talking about your wife and you're not married. So the point here is that if it's a girl before marriage, don't trust her because there are chances she can break you with time and go. So think about it. Right. So now I'll answer a few. Shobha's quick question. She's been asking, do love produce positive energy? Yes, it does produce the positive energy. In case, so that's the question which Shobha asked. Do love create positive energy? 100%. Love gives you a different kind of energy. When you have you and the other partner coming together, you have both, like it's a female, obviously, right? And a male. So male and female, when it comes together, there is such powerful positive energy when that both things come together that it is quite unbelievable that how much of positive energy can be produced when a male and a female comes together. You have the masculine aspect and you have the feminine aspect which comes together, which basically decodes the main essence of human beings of coming together. You tend to see each other's person's point of view. You see the feminine aspect, you see the masculine aspect, which makes you a complete human being. And when that complete human being is understood, positivity is on the line and it will give you so much of energy that it works it out from there, right? Shobha, in that case, why people break up with other? If they feel positive, then why they go on depression? That is why I'm telling you, they fall into this gap filling and not love. Gap filling means my mother didn't talk to me very well. My mother don't give the attention. So slowly, your point is, I get this guy who gives me all the attention. So when you're into this gap filling, my father didn't give me the love. I'll go in search of a guy who gives me the love. My friends didn't give me the attention. I will go in search of a girl who gives me the attention. And after some time, the attention is satisfied. Then you look for another guy, another girl to do it. Shobha, I've already talked about this on my last show. Have a look at it. It'll give you a better idea. Now, let me go back on Instagram. Whoo, this is cool, man. I love this topic. I don't think I'm going to finish this topic today itself. I think I need to do it next week also. I think I'm going to be talking about love and love and love my whole life now. Artcraft, good question. Does physical appearance and status matter in love? No, for people who are truly in love. But then, physical experience is completely temporary. With age, you grow old. With age, you change your life. With age, you become wrinkles start coming in. Your physical appearance won't happen. So, again, that doesn't apply. Status, it depends on the society, but if you truly love and both come together and both are growing, status doesn't matter. If one is going down and one is going up, then it's not love. It's a contract which both come in together, and that mix tends to happen and it starts working against the love concept. So technically, love has nothing to do with physical appearance. Status, your thought process, which is in the mind, which is also status is created in the mind. It's not with the heart, right? Status means he is rich, he is poor, you compare. He is this caste, he is lower caste, you compare, right? That's all sitting in the mind. If mind comes in front of your heart, everything will start applying with time, right? I hope I have answered that question. So next I'm going to Koshiholic. So you only used to tell, you allowed him to use. Shiholic, you only used to tell always, you allowed him to use. So use, allow him to cheat. So he cheated. So I feel like, how? Love and allow him to use are different things. Yes, 100% correct. I told you before also, he used you. He used you because you allowed him to use. Would a robber come and ask you, ma'am, where is the gold? Can you actually tell me? Would you go and tell and say, oh, I'm this person, I love you, take my gold? Would your boy ask your bank account details with the PIN code before marriage? Would you give the PIN code? Think about it. That is where most of the answers are, right? If your boy comes and says, give me all the gold which you have, would you give it? My answer is dead sure it's no, because you know the value for that. There you won't get misused because money is important for you. Would you sign all the properties to me because you love me? Would you give it to that guy? I'm dead sure you won't be asking the guy also. So I hope I have answered that question, Shiholic. Next question is from Smart Crazy. Okay, let me go to the questions section. I've answered that. See, guys, I'll only answer one question per person. Okay. Ramya, namaste. Ta-da, namaste. Right? How to stop thinking about loved one? Okay. When you say loved, I really don't know what's the status, which loved one you're talking. Is it the loved your parents? Is it loving your boyfriend? So again, when you say loved ones, I assume now you say loved one, so there is only one person there. I assume you're saying loved ones in general. You have to think about them, and you're going to think about them. If you're overthinking about something, then there is a problem, right? Because of overthinking, which means that you're over involved in their life, if and working it from that point of view, it starts working against you. I really don't know who this loved one you're talking about, so I need to know more about who this loved one is. Shiholic is countering. Sir, we don't know he's a robber until he robs you, right? Then you say you allowed him to rob. Perfect. You didn't put your common sense when he started coming into your life, and you gave him a chance. He robbed you and go. So be careful next time. That's all I can tell you, right? Learn from this experience, because if you don't learn from it, it is going to start repeating, right? If you always please his mistakes, even it's making you sad, is it true love? Supporting a person for doing something wrong or for his mistakes is not love. It is just a compromise you're doing to get yourself satisfied that I'm justifying my role towards that relationship. Woo! That was a good dialogue. I don't know what I said, but I know it makes sense. All right. So don't ask me one question, how I'm answering this question. Remaining, you can ask me anything at the end of the day. So what you need to understand here is that pleasing his mistakes, you are not doing it right. If I find my wife doing something wrong, I will tell her. I won't allow her to do something more bad. If I do something wrong, my wife will come and tell me. I 100% believe that if I'm doing something wrong, she will come and tell me. That's my belief. Right? Not saying that, oh, I love them. Oh, go do wrong, go do wrong, go do wrong. It doesn't make any difference. I hope I have answered that question. Okay, ta-da. I am Puran Kumar. I'm only answering questions with regards to Vijay on YouTube. Your question is not in relation to love. This I can do on the Ask Deek show, which I do on Mondays. So feel free, I think on Mondays. So there I'm going to answer. This is purely specific on theme Deek, which I pick a theme, and the theme today is love, and all I'm going to talk is about love, right? So next is question, why I feel sympathy towards all the cute girls, please help. This is a simple problem, right? Not a simple problem. This is a complicated problem. I'm just trying to see why you're getting the sympathy to cute girls, right? Somewhere around you're differentiating a physical appearance of a girl superior to the realities of life. So when you say realities of life, is my question is that if a very poorly dressed girl who have no money, who looks very cute, would you give her sympathy? Or do you give sympathy to only people who looks good, have a financial background, and when they cry, you give sympathy towards them? Then my next question is, if your mother is feeling bad about something, would you give sympathy to your mother? Or because she feels, no, your mothers won't be cute for you, I'm sure about that, right? So if your mother is not cute for you, my question here is that so you have no more sympathy towards your mother if something goes wrong? Obviously, you might have elder sister, elder cousins. Obviously, I'm sure they won't look cute also for you. So if they're not looking cute, so no more sympathy. So start seeing every girl as your sister. Automatically, you will tend to see the cuteness in every person. Feel sympathy for people who's worth for your sympathy. Don't go and sympathize for the world where your sympathy doesn't make any difference to it. Make this point very clear so that you rightly use your sympathy for the right person and take it from there, right? Self-quarantine, please don't talk among yourself. If you have any questions, you can ask me directly, and not talking among yourself. I don't get that entertained because I don't want another relationships going on into my chat. We are clearly here to get answers to what you're looking for, and my job is to give you the answer. We respect each other. We respect each other who's putting their comments. They're putting all their hard work, and thank you everyone for your comments. But please don't chat among yourself. Sometimes I don't want another relationship building up. You talk, then suddenly a message will go from that side to this side. We want to keep everything positive and clean as much as we can, even the show which we are doing, right? There's another 20 more minutes to go. Let me go into YouTube, right? And Facebook. Okay. Banu Madhu, if me and my loved one, I don't know who this loved one, married or unmarried. Guys, there's no picture. It's very difficult for me to say boyfriend or husband. Don't tell me this loved one and partner. It's very confusing for me because I really don't know what your age is and what your status of marriage. As you know, I do sessions for 5th grade to 60-year-old ladies, so I can't see it from that point, right? What is Muhi? Muhi, I'll come back. I have to read your question. So wait, hold on. There's many people who I know asking questions. Obviously, my mind would obviously go for that, but I'm trying my best to answer. I think this show won't get over today. Next week also, I think we got to continue with this, right? So me and my loved one always fight for silly reasons, and with the day we got consoled, our love will exist. See, now the point is, fighting is okay. Like me and my wife, we fight, right? But we fight for a valid reason. And then we learn from the fighting. The point is, couples can fight, no problem. But are you learning so that next time this fight doesn't repeat? If the fight is keep repeating, there is some problem with that relationship. Make sure you figure that out. It's not fighting for silly reasons. Every fight has a reason. If you go and find out what that reason is, most of your doubt will be clear, right? Rakshit on YouTube. YouTube, all these messages come down. So that's the reason I'm looking down and reading. And once I'm answering, I'm going to look to you guys, right? It's not that I have a camera here, which is recording YouTube and Facebook, which I'm looking towards it. Then I have Instagram on bottom. So this is where Instagram is. And this is my screen is where I get all my questions, right? So Rakshit is asking, there is this girl who have become very close friend of mine. We used to talk every day for months, but suddenly she started being distant, being close to another friend. That's what friends do. This is not love. This is a complete discussion on friendship and nothing close to love. Rakshit, go and have a video of my Team Deek friendship. That doubt is clearly answered there. Guys, friends will come and go with time. Friends are like passing clouds. They come and go and give you a little bit rain, a little bit of shade, and they will go. Don't try to hold down and have this forever. And please don't try to convert that to love. But if you convert into love, if you have a breakup after that, then that friendship you have crossed will have no future again back. So when you cross from friendship to love, if the breakup happens, the friendship is completely gone. Get this point very clear, only cross love from that point. I hope I've answered the question. Next question, once again, on RS from YouTube. I love a guy, but he doesn't love me back. How to get over him and move on? I feel lonely, sad. I'm not with him. So again, I go back. How do I get out of it? I love a guy, he doesn't love me back. If you love yourself and you have some kind of self-worth about you, first begin to love yourself. You don't need other people to love you to feel loved. If you love yourself, you don't need a person to love you. If you believe in God, find and go in search of that love. God loves you every time, or universe, or whatever it is, and go after the dream or mission and make your parents proud. When you start focusing on making your parents proud or your community proud, you won't have time for all these small love. One-sided love is like celebrity love, and celebrity love will just make you hurt with time, because that celebrity will get married to someone else, and that is the time when you have breakup. So what you need to do is to disconnect completely, detach, unfollow, delete the numbers, and keep that detachment going on. Focus on your stuff, your life, loving yourself. Focus time on your parents. Focus time on your family and build it up from there. It's a long talk on talking of this. I hope I've summarized this. If you didn't get the answer, message me and we can discuss this further. Right? Rakshit again, I have been trying to get her back since, but now we are casual friends and I don't know why I did wrong these months. Should I keep chasing or stay away casual? See, if your friend becomes your friend and they departs, if they come back again, what I believe is that it's that energy giving. There's something you're giving to her. She comes back to you, takes it, figures it out, goes back on her own, then again comes back when she's exhausted to you, take her energy. It's normally that cycle and it moves from there. Zainab asks a very good question. Is self-love selfish? No and never. Guys, you have to love yourself. It is positive. You have to be selfish about yourself. It's positive. Selfish, when someone tells you you're selfish because they want your help, that is why they call you selfish. It's as simple as that. If you don't take care of yourself, I'm telling you, no one else is ever going to take care of you. If you're not going to take care of your health, no one bothers. If you're not going to take care of your finance, no one gives a damn because they just want their finance to be fixed. So be selfish when it comes to relationship, education, health, finance, and love. Be selfish. Being selfish is the positive thing you can ever do in life. Once you've figured out your life, then you go selfless. Until you're figuring out your life, you have to be selfish. You have to save the money. You have to work and work hard. That time, don't be, oh, I've studied this much, I'm going to help the world and start. Where you reach to a certain level and then go selfless, and that is what you have to do. Right? For me, 30 years, I completely detached from everyone. I was just focusing on being someone. I was completely selfish to the core to be someone. Once I've achieved that, now I'm doing this as giving back to the community and go ahead and do it. There's nothing wrong of having selfless. Now, people tell you nowadays you're being selfish. Why? They're not getting your help which you used to give. So the only way to make you feel guilty by saying that you're selfish, so in return, they come and help you in back. That's all. It's just a way of making you from that. Shobha is saying, why don't I pick up spirituality? As in, I try my best not to talk of spirituality because I keep spirituality, religion, and politics out of most of my discussions. But if you still want me to talk about spirituality, I can talk about it. But what happens in spirituality is you have religious significance, you have different guru significance, you have different, whatever books you read, it has a different significance of spirituality. So I would rather discuss spirituality to a close set of groups who have a certain set of beliefs rather than generally talking about spirituality. Because if I generally talk about spirituality, it's going to completely confuse because your thought process would be completely different. For example, if I talk spirituality to a Muslim, it's different. If I talk to a Hindu, it's different. If it's a Christian, it's different, right? For them, each of them spirituality have a different angle to make them understand, right? If a Muslims ask if I talk about something in Hinduism, they will freak out, right? Or vice versa, or whichever way it is. So I keep myself on spiritual talks to specific group of people who have a similar thought process so that I can relate to that thought process and give the answer, right? So that's the reason I don't do a public, I've done discussions on various other stuffs and spirituality, but I keep myself best out of it because you don't need too much of spirituality to figure out your life because most of the answer is sitting in the practicalities of life and not spiritualities of life, right? I hope I've answered the question. Next question, let me take Muhi's question. People didn't make time for us, even about us. They didn't with us in our hard times, but they say they still love you. So I'm confused. They love me or not? Very good, beautiful question after a long time. So what she's saying is, people didn't make time. When you really needed that person, the person didn't make time. And hard times, but they still come back and tell you that no, we still love you. Okay. Now the point here is that when you really wanted someone's help, the first thing is stop expecting help from people. Because when you stop expecting help from people, you will be more stronger. You will work on yourself much more so you can stand on here. That's point number one. Second thing is, during a hard time, if they were not there to support you and they come back saying, I still love you, ask them, what was the problem when I really needed your help? Why weren't you not there? Ask the whole story. When I was having these hard times, why were you not there to support me? Now everything is good, you're coming back to me. Now everything is fine with me, now you're coming back to me. What was the problem? Did you have any problem? Did your mother say not to talk to me? Did your father say stay away from me? So what you need to do is, when people come back and saying, I love you, I still, and go and ask them, what were you doing when I really wanted your help? Ask that question and see if there's any truth in that other answer. And once you get that answer, that problem will be solved, right? I hope, Mufi, I have answered that question. Art craft, I'm attached to one person for 6 years and my parents and relatives not understanding my love because they are seeing his status and family condition. Okay, you're only attached to a person. It's good you're not in love with a person for 6 years. So I'm happy with that statement. Now see, art and art craft, what you need to find out is what's wrong with his status and family condition. Everyone talks about saying that love is blind. Guys, love is not blind. Attachment is blind. Desires are blind. But love is not blind. Love goes by the truth. So if there is some truth which you're trying to hide of his status or his family conditions, and you think that that is love, it is not love. It is some kind of attachment which you're having. Work it from that point of view, right? So make sure you understand the truth. And at the end of the day, love also needs money. Love needs health. Love needs education also to balance it well. So make sure it is balanced well. If you, many people I've talked to, yesterday also I talked to you. I talked to a girl 4 weeks ago who ran away with a very low status guy. And when you go and marry a very low status, not very low status guy, the person who doesn't match your status, they have a very different thought process which might not be adjusting for you on a longer run. Get this point clear. When you're marrying to some other one, high class, high status, low status, or whatever it is, you're marrying to the whole family at the end of the day. And sometimes you can't get that family in your control, and you're going to suppress or suffocate yourself with time, and then divorces and all these things are going to happen. So I'm not saying that not to get attached or get out of the relationship. Years doesn't matter. If there's no truth in the relationship, get out of it, right? So what if a Hindu boy and a Muslim girl get into a relationship? For me, if it is true love, it is way above religion, way above caste, way above everything else. But I would like to talk to the girl of a Hindu boy and the Muslim girl getting into the relationship. What's the objective, right? So the first point is, go and check with you. I always tell, even yesterday I posted, today morning I posted a content about stop assuming what your parents want. If the Hindu boy, if you're getting into a relationship with a Muslim girl, my point is go and tell a joke to your dad. Dad, what if I go and marry a Hindu girl? Just as a joke in front of a dinner or lunch. Dad, I'm just asking a casual question. What if I by mistake fall into a girl of a Muslim religion? What would you say? See his response. And the girl on the similar, especially Muslim girl, go and find out that joke in front. Don't ask him your dad. Go and ask into your mom and saying what would happen. If you really have guts enough, go and talk to your dad and say that, Papa, what if some Hindu guy comes and mesmerizes me and I fall in love? As a joke. See what their response is. Your answer will be there itself. And if it's negative, best not to get into it. Right? So Vijay, it's a very vague question which you're asking, right? Because I can only give you a vague answer, right? I want to know the situation of the Hindu boy. I want to know the situation of the Muslim girl. What's their intention, and various other things, right? There's many other things when this interreligion comes. There is many other truth which can be hidden with time. So that's my answer. I hope I've answered the question. Shihalik is saying next week. Oh, time is getting over. Oh, I missed that. Thanks a lot, Shihalik, for reminding me that we're coming close to the show. I think next week also I will pick love so that it benefits everyone. and it adds value more. See, my point is, whenever I pick a theme, I need to clear every doubt in the best possible way from that point, right? So Anjali, what's Anjali's question? Anjali, what's the difference between loving someone and liking someone? I've already talked about it just a few minutes ago. Anjali, I think you joined late. That's my understanding, or else I would always see your hi every time. I've already talked about this. Loving someone, let's talk about liking. Liking someone is like liking a mobile, right? You like a certain mobile. When it updates, you want another new mobile. So liking keeps changing with time. Liking keeps changing as you grow, right? When you're a kid, you used to like Sharmila, see, post live in account. Yes, it will be posted, right? All these live shows is posted. People who want to have a better view come to on YouTube, right? YouTube will have much more better view. You will see me much more better than Instagram, right? If you want to share the show to someone, make sure you share the YouTube version so that you can see me completely full. Instagram cuts me to this level. YouTube is on a very higher level and you can see me completely straightforward, right? I hope I have answered that question, Anjali. Liking someone is as a choice, like you like chocolates or you like sweets. When you differentiate it, it's based on your liking. It's very at a very simple level. You can dislike it with time also, right? And it's easy for you to throw it away and easy for you to take it. So it takes it from there. Nothing to be sorry, Anjali. All is good at the end, right? NK Sharma. The question here is that, what's this? Sir, a guy is waiting for him of 6 years. If you think there is no future, forget it. He can wait you for 6 years, 7 years, 10 years, his lifelong also. It is now, for example, Deepika Padukone, you go to her and tell her, oh, I've been waiting for you for the next 10 years. Would you marry me? Her answer will be generally no only. So it's just one-sided love. You have enough people getting this one-sided love at the end. Just think that you're a celebrity and go on with it, right? Let's just disconnect from people who are all pushing you towards love. That's my suggestion would be. If a girl breaks up and want to patch up with us, what is that? What's that right or wrong? It depends on the girl. You have a breakup and things didn't go well. Then you come for a patch up. Don't fall on the word. See if the person has changed. There's a reason why you broke up. See the reasons have changed or not. Not by the word or not by that concepts, but more related to what changes the person have made, right? First of all, if that breakup has happened, learn why you got into this breakup, learn why life is all actually messed up and build it up from there, right? So a message in Hindi because one person is struggling me here. Who's troubling you here? I'll delete that person then and there. I guess I told you I don't want internal talks, please. Right? So work it out from that point of view. Shiholi, just tag me the name. I'll just get him out. I don't want anyone's internal chatting, please. And please respect each other person in this show. And that's what we believe in, right? We are here to learn, share, discuss, debate until we come to an answer which satisfies you at the end. How to know she loves us or not? Don't go after if she loves me or not. You become good enough. If she is worth for you, she will come to you. See from that part. Asha's question. Yesterday, only one and only my uncle said that cleaning and cooking is girls' work. That is why I am asking it is good. Means cleaning and cooking is basic life skills. Hope you understand what I'm asking. Guys, now let me see it from this point of view. Right now, this is a combination about, this has nothing to do with love, but it's somewhere related to this loving your uncle or whatever it is. People will say a lot of things and put into your head based on their limited knowledge and limited experience. The truth can be completely different, right? Now, when you say cleaning is a way of thinking, right? It needs cleaning is a thing for a human being. It's not specific for girls or specific for boys. Get this point very clear. Different people have different roles, so you delegate your cleaning responsibility to your wife or your husband or your mother or the cleaner or your helper in whichever means. But cleaning is a human thing and not a girl's or a boy's thing. Get this point very clear. Now, next point is cooking. Cooking, what happens here is that it is a life skill, right? Now, if for example, if both are working, right? If both girl and boy is working, you have to balance yourself and try to find out who's the right person to support of feeding your hunger. If you go really look at it, if you go to any restaurant, most of the chefs are men. So how can he say that cooking is only for girls? So see from that point of view, right? You can't say one profession is only for girls when 90% of the chefs and the cooks, not 90%, maybe 60% or 70% of the cooks are men. So how can you say it's a girl's work? Go and reply this to your uncle. He will stay. I hope he understands what I'm trying to say over here, right? I hope, Asha, I have answered your question in the best possible way, right? So yeah, okay. So next week also same topic. It looks like that. Oh, it's already time on Instagram. They will start. So they will start, guys. If someone is troubling each other, let me know the name. Tag the name so I can work it out from that point, right? So yeah. So I hope I've answered most of your questions here. My quick question. There was Sheholic did recommend me to answer a question. Next theme to be social media. Do you want social media or do you want next Wednesday love only? If it is love, I will pick. I need votes. Put on your comments column or put on this whichever comments, love or social media or any other topic which you think is best for you to discuss about, right? Let me know in the comments. Nikhil is saying change the topic. That's what I'm saying. I got a suggestion from I have a suggestion from Shobha to do spirituality. I don't want to get so social media. Sona says social media. Guys, see, I'm doing these shows so that it benefits you at the end of the day, right? So oh my God, everyone is saying love again. Come on, guys. What are you? So I have 1 social media and 4 love. Any other topic? 2 social media, 4 love. Any other topic? It depends on the votes, how much ever you vote. 5 love, 6 love, 6 love, 2 social media, 3 social media, 4 social media. Take over social media, right? 4 social media and 6 love. Love is a never-ending topic. I want to clear it off, Sona, right? That's what I want to do. I want you people to have a very complete idea about social love, right? Because there's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of misunderstanding. There's a lot of movie things which are being sold. I'm getting Facebook from Zainab social media and Rakshat love. So make a poll on story. That's good. I'll make a poll on story. I think behavior is a very good topic. Nikhil says, please, other topic. So yeah, let me do a social media voting and I will pick up. But as of now, I'm picking, hope it is social media. Guys, let's make it entertaining. Next week, I will do social media. And the week after, I'll do love, right? But then I will again vote love plus breakup. Oh, Sheholic wants to know about breakup also. Okay, so let's. So I think. Okay, let's do breakup, right? So make a poll. Okay, I'll make a poll. Anjali says make a poll. So let's do it. I think. See, I think my understanding is this time I talked about more about love in general, which I know is irritating most of you people. Because love is a very broad topic. It obviously have parents love, all other things. So when you say breakup, it's a completely different discussion. But what I will do is, Let's make it social media, because that is a very big factor which is influencing a lot of people. So next week, let's take social media, but still I will put a poll and let's see what happens in that poll, right? Hey, Instagram, I think have opened me. It's not warning me for this 1 hour block. I just wish Instagram removes this 1 hour lock, because I have to cut it down, because if I don't personally cut it, this won't be saved. Which days you come online live? CK, go and have a look at my stories. There is a weekly schedule which I put. Tomorrow there's no show. Fridays normally I take a break. Saturday I'm doing a show with who? I forgot. One is with Management Wonders. I think that happens on Saturday, and Sunday same time I have a so the Bhumi Wonders, sorry, the Management Wonders, which happens on Saturday, is the show about personal and emotional, professional and emotional balance, right? How do you do that? And Sunday, it's the Bhumi India. I hope you know Bhumi India, the Bhumi India run and the NGO. So I'm doing a webinar for them about life after COVID, right? So these are the two things I'm going to do on Saturday and Sunday. 99% I will come live on Instagram, but it's best, guys, come on YouTube, right? Because YouTube is much more beneficial, because there's other people also being a part of it, right? I'm very, very sure. Neha, I don't know, it's going to lock me out. I think Instagram is going to freeze me in another couple of minutes. I started 5 minutes late. It didn't give me a warning yet. Thanks a lot, most of you people. Neha, what's your question? Ask fast on your comments column very quickly. So those are the two shows which happens on Saturday and Sunday. One is on personal and professional emotions. And the next, Neha, what's your question? Ask your questions very quick, because I don't know. Instagram, if it's cutting me out, it gives me the warning. I'll just wait for another 3-4 minutes. If it gives me the warning, I'm shutting it down, right? Because or else it won't get saved and people won't get that saved show at the end. So yeah, so what I was saying, yeah. So, and then Sunday is the Bhumi India, where I'm talking about the NGO, where I'm going to talk about what? Where is going to talk about what? My mind is off. This happens once in a while. I completely forget what I was talking. The energy just stops, right? Neha, I don't have your question. What's your question about love? See, Neha, I don't have your question. How to improve your English? That was the question. I thought, guys, only love. But quickly, I've asked the question. Go on my YouTube, search for Deek Parassini English. No, or best go to my YouTube, my channel at @Deek Parassini. How to improve English. There's a good 5 minutes video, or I think not 5 minutes, 10 minutes video, which is going to give you a clear idea. I have a gut feeling Instagram have opened up that ceiling amount, because I started 5 minutes late. So technically it has to give me a warning. Now it's not giving me the warning. So it's great actually, right? So let me just test it. I just want to know if Instagram opened the timing. If it's opened the timing, then it's really good. I can extend the timing a couple of minutes more also, right? Stylish in my passion. I don't want to answer positive attitude and behavior. My point is take positive actions, full stop. Forget about the attitude, forget about the behavior. You keep doing positive actions, everything will be fine, right? Neha, I would love to answer it, but this is just on love. So I don't want to talk the complete thing. I thought I will divert you. I have a feeling Instagram have opened it up. That is very good news for me, because I've been struggling with that 1 hour lock which Instagram gave me a few minutes ago, but I think they have reconsidered my request. No, it's not my request. It's just that all thanks to your prayers, all thanks to your love towards this show, that Instagram, I think, have opened up. Yes, that's my feeling. Yes, it has opened up, because YouTube, I've already crossed 1 hour and 4 minutes, right? Does love become boring after a few months? Then it's not love, right? Guys, always remember something. Sometimes love starts with a physical attraction, but then once you click that love, physical attraction is no more important, right? And that's how it works around, right? It's not love gets boring. It's that attraction has gone less of interest. So you assume that love is gone. Boring. Shihalik, I don't want to go 2 hours. I just limit myself because there's so many things I'm doing. I hope you know I'm starting an NGO. I'm working on that. I'm writing my book. I'm writing various other things. If I go 2 hour shows again, it'll be too much for me. And plus, the other thing is this whole week, even my work has also picked up. Next week, I had to give a half-yearly presentation to my organization. So I need to work out a presentation. But as you know, I'm working. I'm not only doing all these talks. I have my works which is going on also. That also has piled up suddenly. So yeah, I think thanks to Instagram that they removed my 1 hour ceiling. It's maybe because I didn't do a live show for 10 days. I think Instagram automatically gave me that lock, but I started doing back again. I think it's again opened me that 2 hours lock. So that's really good news. This was the last one. How can you maintain our inner peace when situations are not good around you? True meditation is when you are sitting at peace in the most disturbed world. So what you need to find out is I don't know what your situation is, Neha. I don't know what is the see. I want to talk about love right now. I have another show called the Ask Deek show. That time I'll answer that question, which happens on Monday. So good news, guys. Instagram have opened up the lock of 1 hour. That is really great news for me. So I can relax and take it easy and slowly roll down the show. Right? As I said, so that's good news. I think Instagram understood what we are doing, understood the stuff, what we are doing. So it's all good. I don't want to continue. I've promised that I'm going to do for 1 hour. I need to stick to that and work it up. Attraction towards girls. Adi is saying that go and see every girl as your sister. If you're not attracted to your sister, you will never be attracted to anyone else. How can you contact personally? 00971 562 99644. Oops. 00971 562 996 00971 562 996 That's my number. You can WhatsApp me and for sure I will respond, but only WhatsApp me if it's really needed or to be a part of my group. As you know, we have WhatsApp group, which is around 13,000 people on that Life is All Positive group, or you can be a part of my personal group where all my messages, all my shows, all my live shows, notification do go into that WhatsApp group, which is around 1,000 people. And yeah, and as you know, I've been working on an NGO now. Hopefully all my documents are ready. I still am confused which state to choose, either Karnataka or Andhra Pradesh. I think most of the feedback with my closed ones, they are best telling me to pick Karnataka and not Andhra, right? So situation, girl wants to go on a trip with a male friend. It depends on what level of friendship is that male about, right? There are many girls who can go with a male friend and the male friend misuses the girl and works it out. Guys, I'll tell you one thing. Respect girls and respect men, humans, men, right? See everyone as humans. Stop seeing this woman and male and all that and see it from that point, right? So it's not a girlfriend wants to go a trip with a male friend. The point is that why? What's in it? After marriage, do whichever trip you want. Why do you want to do before marriage? Why do you want to go so alone for a trip with a male friend? So think about it. There are many girls who go into these trips and completely mess up their life too, right? So historically, it's not a good idea. If you're just going alone with a guy, you don't know when guys' minds can change. You don't know when girls' mind also. See, I'm not blaming boys. There is both attractions coming from both sides, which makes all that impact. So make sure respect everyone as humans. Stop seeing girls and boys, right? That is what the true essence of human beings is. You respect the feminine aspect and the male aspect. I hope the world does that, right? Like for me, I see everyone who I'm talking to, I see as my sister. Every guy who I talk to, I see as my brother. Like Anjali, Shihalik, whoever I'm talking to right now, Nikhil, they're all like my brothers and sisters, and that's what I believe in. And I'm just giving a brotherly advice, and they're asking me a brotherly question. They're countering me. I have no issues with that. So I'm never ever going to cross that limit. I know about it. So does every guy think the same way? Does every girl thinks the same way? And if you start, everyone starts thinking the same way, anyone can go out with anyone. I have no issues if it's a girl or a boy. But as long as you don't think the way I think or the way how you people think about me, I can't help anyone over here. It is when your thinking starts changing, is when other things start going around, right? Daddy's Timmy, you want to talk to me personally regarding a problem? Why don't you send me a message and then we can talk personally? I do personal talks also, but I do it after every live show. I already have someone to call today. He's given me his number. Bhavana, why do you want to kill yourself? Message me and we can discuss. DM me on Instagram. And I want to talk to people who want to kill themselves, right? I really don't know why. But anyways, Bhavana, just give me a message and we will discuss what's the actual problem and then we will work it out from there, right? Killing your life is easy, right? But then it's not the right way to do it. So Bhavana, if you heard my message, message me on WhatsApp, you have my number, or DM me on Instagram, and we can surely discuss and figure out why you really want to live, right? So what's this concept of this show? So this is called the Theme Deek Show, where we pick a theme every day, which is mostly done on Wednesdays and Thursdays at 5:30 India time, where we pick up a theme and we talk about it. What we decided next week, Thursday, Friday, would be social media, right? And that's what we picked about. Is social media good? What's the pros? What's that negativity about it? Is it good? Right? For me, I find positive in everything. So next topic would be social media, where we're going to talk about it and work it out. And maybe if we finish social media in one, maybe next Thursday, we can continue with love. Right? Love is a very important topic, which most of the girls and boys kind of mess up or exclude. And that has to be corrected. That's why I talk a lot about love, marriage, because it messes up, right? There is no perfect. Is there any right age for love? No, right? But I'm saying no conditions apply, right? When you're a small baby, you just love your mother, right? When you grow up with time, you still love your mother. But after some time, you have a girl or boy getting into it, you tend to shift or give another place for a certain different type of love, and it goes on. So, and that sometimes some people love God for the rest of their life. So how can I say there's an age for love? But the next question you ask me, what is the right age for getting into a relationship? That is a good question to ask. Don't talk about love, because love, different types of love is there and everyone needs that type of love. What if a small baby never got mother's love? He will end up in some mental issues or whatever it is with time. So there's no perfect age for love, but there is an age for relationship. And the relationship age is, I always tell, be someone first and then go after someone. Be someone first, and stand on your leg, save all the love, and once you're ready for it, go for it. It is generally after the age of 18. That's the law says. I think 21 for girls, I think, right? I think they're making changes also. So at the end of the day, after 18, start looking around if you're really interested. But still, be someone first, then go after that love so that you attract the right person of who you are. What to do when you're surrounded by toxic people? Bhavana, that's a small problem. You want to kill yourself? There is always toxic people all around in your life from that point, right? So what you need to do is message me. I want to know more about this toxic people and why you find that these people are toxic. What are they stopping you? Bhavana, message me. I already gave you an opportunity to message me. I don't want to go and killing yourself just because people are toxic. There's always toxic people around, right? Shihalik is saying how to find a robber. He's a robber because he does such drama. He's too good and do drama like he never robs. He's a smartness, and your dumb people are believing it also, right? So when you watch a movie, Shah Rukh Khan cries, you also cry, no? You know he's acting. Why are you crying? Because you're driven by your mind. You're emotionally attached with Shah Rukh Khan's acting. You're emotionally attached with Shah Rukh Khan's role. You're emotionally attached with that acting, and you also fall for it. So the point is, why do you cry when you watch a movie? Because you think that it is real life. It is really happening. So what can I do if you're falling for the drama? You will fall, you will learn. You will fall, you will learn. You will fall, you will learn. Until you decide, I don't want to see any more drama, you won't get into guys. And with time, the right guy will come after the girl who's not into drama. I hope I have answered that question. Neha is asking, when we love someone and we have some expectations which are normal. So my dear ones say that this is not love. Love has no expectation. What is your opinion? 100% right. Whoever told you that love has no expectation, it is 100% right. I don't expect anything from my wife. And she also doesn't expect anything. But then, when this love works out, you indirectly will expect, but whenever you expect, you will feel bad about it. You will feel detached about it. You will feel sad about it because you've expected. When you don't get it, why the heck? Why did this happen? You could have done this for me. But then those small fights will happen. But if you truly want to be happy, stop expecting. Now I do these sessions. I keep telling everyone, I do the session completely free. Nothing I'm getting in return. I don't want anything back in return. I'll keep answering until the questions come, and I'll keep doing it till the rest of my life. Can anyone control me? No. It doesn't matter. I have 19 people. Right now, you're seeing 19 people. Before, there was around almost 25, 30 people. It doesn't matter. If there's one person listening to me, I'm going to talk. And doesn't matter. I'm not expecting. Can you control my numbers? Or as I say, oh, only 20. Why I'm wasting my time? Oh, only 15. Why I'm wasting? It doesn't matter for me. I love doing it, and I'm keep doing it. If you have that attitude, there's no expectation at all. Sir, tell about trust. We all have trust issues, so is it okay? Like a wife who had it, but she couldn't made a conversation with his wife, and she believes that it's not okay. It's not okay to have trust issues. See, once you're married, believe until the person makes a mistake. Once a person makes a mistake, don't sit quiet, counter it, check it, and come to know to the truth. If the person have done a mistake, your next point is do a detailed investigation and ask the person, okay, as humans, we all make mistakes. I'm willing to give a second chance. Would you want to change it or not? So you give a second chance to that partner or wife and keeping a build of trust. Then observe the person's action and not the words. When you observe the person's action, you will see if the person have generally changed or improved. If the actions are still the same, then you got to really seriously decide and have an open discussion about this future of this relationship. It's not that you're married and your husband is going or your wife is going and hanging around with some other partner. It's not marriage. It is best to get out of it. There is a truth in every relationship. There is a role in each other's relationship. If you don't respect that relationship have no value. I hope that I've answered the question. Right? How can I approach a girl when I have a crush on her? Stay out of her life. Leave her to live. When you're ready for marriage, go and propose her, or ask your parents to go and talk to her and see if you have a chance to get married to her. I hope I've answered the question. Simple as that. What's the way to tell my parents about my love relationship? Go and tell a joke to your parents about your love and see what they say. That's the best way to start your conversation with your parents. As a joke, Mama, what if I like a girl of this type? Would you agree? If the answer is no, someone is going to cry or someone is going to get hurt with time, and most probably be you. So I hope you have understood that question's answer. That's it, guys. I think I've answered all the love questions. Shihari, what happened? Whoever wanted to say about love, what more questions you have? Shoot, so that I can answer it about, right? So I think it's okay. I've answered. See, I went half an hour more because Instagram have opened up. So that's the reason I'm talking again further down. So I think that's it. I think I've answered most of your question. I never expected I'm going to go half an hour more. Thank you for Instagram and all your indirect positivity towards Instagram for opening up that half an hour block which Instagram had put for me. Now I'm back again on longer shows, but still I'll keep it 1 hour itself so that after this, I need to go and talk to a couple of people, have a personal talk, which I have to do. Let me do that. And thank you, everyone. Next Thursday, Wednesday is the Theme Deek show. The theme we selected is social media. In case we finish the social media further on, I would open up that Thursday for love again. But I think social media would be an easy topic. I think I can finish it off in 1 hour. But in case if you have more doubts on social media, I would love to answer and clear out every doubt about how social media is actually positive and not negative. Right? I think everyone liked my hairstyle. I normally cut my hair this way, a little more shorter on top, but this I'm cutting on my own, right? So I'm using the trimmer and cutting on my own. So my back is sometimes not that good. MDP is saying, so when someone doesn't understand me, but don't want to change, if they don't understand you, there's no future in the relationship. Get out of it. It's as simple as that, right? Don't try to justify or try to clear off stuff in whichever possible way, right? So that's it, guys. Whatever you learned from me, make sure you share it to the world in my name. Your name doesn't make any difference. Make sure you share it. As I said, life is all positive. When you keep sharing it, slowly life becomes positive. Slowly, your family becomes positive. Slowly, your society becomes positive. And when each one of you starts spreading positive and only positivity, the world have no other choice than to be positive. And that's my mission. As you know, I'm going to start this NGO, which is shortly with regards to spreading this positivity. So I'm really working on that concept. There's big plans which I'm building up with time. There'll be better newsletters coming in. We might get into getting books, right? I'm writing a book that will be also coming through my NGO. If someone else have positive contents which they would like to share to the world, you could share it to us and we would give credits to your work. And so there's many things, because what my objective is the mission to spread positivity. So if you have good contents, we will draft it. If you want to get a book, once we learn the process of how the book can be published, we can publish it through us. So there's many things we are trying to do. Our WhatsApp group, we're going to build that up to, we have around 13,000 people. So we need to grow that too. Chini is asking me, Chini, what is true love in your opinion? My first question is, which love you're talking about? There's mother's love, father's love, husband's love, children's love, grandparents' love. There is so much of love. World is revolving around love. The world starts with love and ends with love. Love is the true nature. Love is the truth, and love is positivity. Love is God, some people say. So which love are you talking about? So what is true love? Loving your creator is true love, right? Someone has created you. Make sure you do that. But with time, there'll be someone else coming into your life as your husband or wife to teach you more about what true love is all about, and build up that relationship, and where you both grow and everyone grows, so that your contribution to the society becomes much more better, so that your love, which you both have built, begins to transfer within your family, and that family also understands what that true love is, and that children also understand what true love is. And that is how the love has to spread through you, through your husband and wife, and through to the children's. And that is true love. What is true love is spreading the concept of love towards whoever you meet. That is true love. And that is my opinion about love. Love is the core of humans' existence. Right? If you don't love anything, you won't live. There is something you truly love. It'll be your family, it'll be God, it'll be yourself, it'll be your dream, it'll be your goal. That love is the core of the pure existence of this world. If there is no love, the world will self-destroy on its own. I hope I have clearly told you the complete essence of what true love is. Everyone else is playing different roles. Everyone else is playing different duties which they have towards that relationship. But at the end of the day, it is everything you do it for the love and not to get the love in return. When you truly love something, what you do, you stop expecting in return, and you be thankful to the love of making you who you are right now. And once you start seeing it from that point of view, everything around you will shift to love. Everything around you will change to love. And when you go into the supreme level of love, every object becomes love. Because if this jacket was created with someone, because many reasons, they love the design, so someone designed it, they love the design. Their parents, they get a commission on this jacket, the commission goes to the family, they love their family, so they made this jacket. I'm wearing it, they love that. You people saw it, they love it. My wife also sees it, she likes how I look it, they also love. So at the end of the day, every second, every atom, everything is filled with love. And the true existence of this world is love. I hope I've summarized the topic completely of what love is all about and true love is all about, which I'm talking about is divine love. Can you understand that? If you can understand that, you understand everything and every love which ever existed in this world. You have answered 100%. Thanks a lot, Chini, for asking that beautiful question at the end, where I've answered completely 200% of what love is all about. And if you can understand this level of love, it is way above every human being. It is way above religion. It is way above God, which is actually equal to the universe, equal to the God which you believe in, right? Thank you, everyone. It is a pleasure. Thanks a lot for asking that beautiful question in the end, Chini, and I could answer that 100% to your satisfaction, right? So see you guys, not tomorrow. Tomorrow, Friday, I'm off. Turn on your post notifications. You get all my messages. This will be saved on Instagram. And if you want to share with your friends, feel free to share it. And that's it, guys. It's time. I've talked a lot. I need to go and do other stuff as my office work have just picked up for this next week. So I need to go and work on my office stuff too. It's till 10th September. I'm really caught up by my office work. So once that is done, again, I'll be back a little more on a flexible stuff, right? So thank you, everyone. It's a pleasure. Hope you liked it. And thanks a lot for all who was voting on my various questions, which we have asked. Thanks a lot for all your answers. All your feedbacks is important for me. When I'm asking for voting, I genuinely ask, because at the end of the day, everything I'm doing is not for me. It's for you people, so that you understand what positivity is, so that you can spread it further on to the world. I see a lot of thank you from everyone. Thank you, Rohit S. Nikhil, for being a part of this. Takshiv, as usual. Chini, for the best question at the end. That was just the cream of the show, right? Thanks a lot for that. Anjali and all the others, Sona, I think they're all gone now. I think they're only there for 1 hour with me, right? And all the other names who have been, and Shiholic at the end of the day, she always keeps hitting me in different forms. So anyways, I like it. Thanks a lot, Naveen, for being a part of this. So it was a pleasure, everyone. Rakshit on Facebook, Mahalakshmi on Facebook, Zainab, thanks a lot on Facebook. So as I said, whatever you learned from me, make sure you spread it in my name or your name. Asta, thanks a lot. So make sure you share it. Guys, share it. Not mine. If you like something, if you like some quote which I said, put that quote on social media with your name underneath. Let that positivity spread. That's my only objective, and that's what I always want to do. Let the whole world be positive. I know it's not going to be completely positive, but the way how you think begins to change, and that's how the world becomes positive. Let your world be positive by understanding the concept which I'm trying to say. I hope that clears it out. Thank you, everyone. No shows tomorrow. Day after, I do a show for Management Wonders. That's about personal versus professional emotions. And then on Sunday, I do a webinar for Bhumi. That one, I really don't know if I'm going to come on Instagram, because my mobile will be used to go live with them, or maybe my laptop. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it. Mostly I'll pick my laptop. But if I pick my laptop, I can't come live on Facebook and YouTube. So I need to figure it out, how I'm going to do that Bhumi NGO show. Let me work that out from that point, right? It was a pleasure for everyone to be a part of the show and spending your almost 1.5 hours with me. See you not tomorrow, day after onwards, or my traditional show on the Ask Deek on Monday. Thank you, everyone. As I said, life is all positive. There's nothing called negativity. I'll keep proving it till the rest of my life. Let me sign out from Instagram first. No. Let me sign from YouTube first, because Rajini, I'm signing out now. It's already saved. Come back later, right? I'm ending on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, YouTube. See you next time. Keep track on my stories. All the shows, all the information are being shared on my stories. And make sure you turn on the post notification. Instagram subscribe button, YouTube subscribe button, bell, and Facebook see it first so that you don't miss any of my shows. Facebook, YouTube, life is all positive. There's nothing called net. I'm signing out. That's it.